It's time to add some solar to the Tacoma. And I'm not gonna be placing the solar panels on the hood like everyone else. I'm gonna be adding the panel to the roof of the iKamper. What is going on, guys? Scott here from Horizon Bound. I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing terrific. So today I have an install video. I'm going to be mounting Lensun Solar's solar panel to the Tacoma. But like I said, it's not going to be going on the hood. No, this is Lensun Solar's iKamper Skycamp 3.0 solar panel. It's an 80-watt solar panel that fits right down the center of the rooftop tent. Now guys, before I go any further, I want to be completely transparent. I did not buy the iKamper solar panel from Lensun Solar, nor did I buy the MPPT controller that they sent along with it. This is something that I've been considering adding to the Tacoma, but I did not buy it. They sent it, they reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in, doing a video, an install video and a review video in exchange for the product? And I said, absolutely. So just like all of my other videos, guys, I'm still gonna be honest about it. I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna talk about how easy or difficult it is to install to your, iKamper rooftop. There's plenty of videos out there showing how, you can get their hood solar panels. But I think the reason that they reached out to me is because there's not many videos, if any, showing how to install it to the iKamper. So that's what I'm gonna do today. All right, guys, so what did Lensun Solar send me? Obviously, the main thing is the solar panel. It's an 80-watt solar panel that fits the iKamper Skycamp 3.0 and 2.0 mini rooftop tent. They make one for the 3.0 and 2.0 full-size rooftop tents. It's just a little bit longer, and you actually get a 90-watt solar panel compared to our 80-watt solar panel. The next thing they sent me is about 16 feet of cabling to connect the solar panel to my battery, a mess of adhesive tape to mount the solar panel to the rooftop tent, and lastly, they sent me a 10 amp MPPT controller. Now this is what you would be using to connect your solar panel to a 12 volt car or marine battery. What's really nice about this is it has Bluetooth built into it. So when you have this all connected to your battery, not only are you charging your battery, but you are also able to see all the data, how much consumption is being used, how much power is being sent to the battery. So really useful tool to add to your setup. However, I don't think that I'm going to be using it for my install. Because I'm not going to be running the cabling to my main truck battery, I'm actually going to be powering my Jackery, charging up my Jackery. I went and bought a solar panel connector to Jackery connector. Because I keep my fridge and my Jackery in the bed of the truck, that's what I'm going to use this setup for, to keep the Jackery topped off so that the fridge stays powered. And what's nice about that is doesn't matter if I'm in motion, driving, whatever, as long as there's sun hitting the solar panel, it will be charging my Jackery, which means it will be powering my fridge. So really stoked about that. Like I said, I'm not going to be needing this, but when we get to that portion of the install, I'll go ahead and talk about it. But for now, enough talking about all this stuff. Let's go ahead and do this install. All right, guys, so this part is obvious. You need to have a clean truck. I've already washed her, she's nice and clean, but just because there might have been some dirt and some pollen, kind of floating around in the air, I'm gonna go ahead and take a microfiber cloth and some rubbing alcohol and just kind of clean the surface a little bit, making sure that, when I lay the solar panel down, it adheres nice and smoothly and won't get ripped off or, come off, fall off later on down the line. All right, so now that I have my area cleaned off, I'm gonna go ahead and position where I want my solar panel to sit. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of painter's tape to kind of mark off the corners. That way, when I do have the adhesive on it, it'll kind of just fit right into place. I don't need to worry about peeling it up and adjusting, peeling it up and adjusting. I should just be able to hit those corners, lay it down, and we'll be good to go. There. Like so. Cool. All right, guys, so now that I have it placed where I want it to go, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the solar panel, and we're gonna go ahead and add the adhesive to the back of it. So let's go do that right now. All right, guys, so now that I have all of the tape marked out where I want it to go, before I add the adhesive tape to the back of the solar panel, I just wanted to quickly do a little test just to make sure that everything's working properly. So I've got my jackery set up right here. I've got the solar panel. It looks like a cloud just moved out of the way, so hopefully everything will be looking good. Let's go take a look at the readings. So as you can see, getting about 61 watts right now, 62 watts. Try and make it so you can see a little bit better. There we go, 63, 64 watts, you know, coming in. There is a little bit of cloud right there, so it is kind of blocking it, but yeah, 65 watts, not too shabby from an 80 watt solar panel. So everything looks to be working properly. Let's go ahead and add the adhesive to the back of it. All right, now let's go ahead and set it up and start peeling off the adhesive. Got this where I want it. I'll just sit that right there. Looks good over on your end.
Yep.
Okay. So, in the corner, like that. Got it. Smooth it out a little bit with this guy. Alright, so now that I have my solar panel all attached up there, I am going to take my cable and I'm going to take some cable clips and kind of just attach it to the iKamper and down the inside of the smart cap. And what I plan on doing is running the 16-foot additional cable, connect it to this and shoving it right into here. I have a little grommet, and so I'm going to shove it into the smart cap, down that side and back over that way. And I'm gonna use the cable clips to kind of just manage the cable. Thanks for joining me on this overland install. If you're enjoying this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe. For more details about the truck build, to get exclusive discount codes on outdoor gear, or to pick up some Horizon Bound merchandise, head over to behorizonbound.com. And for some more daily inspiration, be sure to follow behorizonbound on Instagram. All right, let's get back to this overland install. All right, guys, so I just wanted to kind of show you how it's set up. I have, obviously the cable going from here, and I have a couple cable ties going across. And then from here, I have it wrapped around the crossbar like so. And I'll probably mount it to the iKamper right here just to kind of keep it tight, but still loose enough so when I open the iKamper, it won't, tug on it or anything. But yeah, got the cable running down through there and then down this way, and I'll put some more cable ties behind here so that the wire stays nice and tight. I want to still add some tape around the tops and bottoms, kind of seal this all up. Even though it is somewhat sealed, since this is outside, I want it to just be as clean as possible, weatherproof as possible. So that will be tucked back here, kind of on the inside of the smart cap window. And I'll put some more ties in there, and then it comes down to here. And I have the grommet that I pulled out and ran the cable in through there, put the grommet back, and now my wire is all right here. My cable is all right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it along the cross and over that way, and running all the way across back to here. And I currently have it, just sitting here. I put the jackery cable together, and it is plugged in to the back of the jackery. And as you can see, I am getting 15 watts right now, which makes sense because the sun's way over there, kind of going behind the trees. But I don't want to end the video right here. I'm going to come back tomorrow when the sun is directly overhead. That way we can kind of see how much power this solar panel is actually pulling. So A, I'll look at it when it's going into the jackery, but B, I also want to go ahead and connect my MPPT controller to the truck battery. Like I said, it may not be beneficial for me. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but for you guys, maybe this will work for you. Maybe you're going to want to power your truck battery, your rig battery, and keep that topped off, and you'll want this Bluetooth information. So yeah, tomorrow I'll connect it. We'll take a look at the app. We'll take a look at all of the features that are provided in the app, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, it is the next day. The sun is directly overhead, so it is a bright, beautiful, sunny day. and we should be getting a lot of solar energy going directly to that solar panel. So let's go ahead and connect the Jackery and see how much wattage is being sent to that bad boy. And then on top of that, like I said yesterday, I'm also gonna hook up the MPPT controller. I was gonna do it to the truck battery, but I decided, you know what? I have all of the cabling already wired into the smart cap going along the back and, you know, into its corner. I really don't want to have to undo all of that. So I went and got my spare 12-volt car battery that I had laying around. I think it's actually dead, so this will be a good test. We'll be able to see how much you know, power is being sent to that bad boy. We'll take a look at the Bluetooth app, kind of look at all the information that that provides, and you know, go from there. So let's go ahead and head to the back of the truck and we'll take a look at what is going on. Alrighty guys, I have my Jackery 1000, I have my Jackery 500, and then I have my 12-volt Marine RV battery. This one is an interstate battery. I believe it's the Costco brand. And then the Lensun Solar MPPT controller that we will hook up to this guy. But first, I kind of want to do the test on the Jackeries, since that's what's, you know, that's my need for this solar panel. I want to be able to keep one of these guys in the bed of the truck with the fridge. That way the fridge is constantly being powered and this guy is constantly getting sunlight, you know, and obviously during the night it will use up a little bit of wattage, but nothing too crazy. And then the next morning it will charge everything back up. So let's go ahead and take our Jackery cable that we bought, and then I've got it connected to the solar panel, and we are going to go ahead and plug this into the 500 first. So it looks like it's pulling about 35 watts. Because this is the 500, it doesn't tell you, you know, it's an older one. It doesn't tell you how long it's going to take to get to, you know, 100%. But right now, 75%, you know, this has about 75% left on the battery, and I'd be pulling 35 watts. So let's go ahead and plug it into the newer Jackery 1000, and this will give us a little bit more information. I believe this one's only at like 90%, so it'll still give us how much, you know, how many hours it'll take to fully charge with the wattage that we're pulling. So coming over here, I'm gonna connect my little adapter, plug it in the back, and all right, this one's showing a little different. This one's getting about 10 watts more. It's saying 45, 46 watts compared to this guy at 35. So not sure if that has to do with the internals. You know, maybe this guy's not able to handle as much of a load where this one's able to handle some more. But 45 watts, it's gonna take 2 hours to fully charge this guy, 1.8 hours. That's not bad. Using, you know, just sun. Don't need to connect to any outlets or anything. So not bad. 46 watts, 1.7 hours. I guarantee you if this thing was higher, if it was in the 60s or 70 watts, we'd be looking at less, obviously less time. So that's the Jackery 1000. That's what you get with the 500. Now let's go ahead and disconnect my cabling right here, and we will go ahead and take our MPPT controller and we'll plug it into these little connectors, and then I will take the positive and negative wires and connect it to the battery, and we'll kind of see what the app shows. You know, we'll open up the app, and then B, we'll kind of see how much, you know, power is going to this guy, and that will be all visible in the app. So let's go do that right now. All right, so right off the bat, I can see that it's flashing green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red. All three lights are flashing at the same time. I believe that's because it's not detecting a battery. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So let's go ahead and connect our cables, our positive and negative, to the battery and see if that changes. So doing positive and negative, let me just untangle this real quick. So doing positive, we'll go ahead and tighten that guy down. And our negative. All right, so right off the bat, it's changed now. We have a green flashing light and a yellow solid light. And I believe the yellow solid light means that it's detecting a battery, so that's a good sign. And then the green is that it is currently charging. So off to a great start. Easy breezy. This is what you would do if you were connecting it to your car battery, or maybe you have an RV or something like that and you want to connect, to the battery that you have in the bed of the truck. That's what you would do. Pretty self-explanatory, still flashing green. So let's go ahead and download or open up the app. I've already downloaded it. The app is called Solar Life. So we're going to open up our Solar Life app. So right off the bat, we see a bunch of different devices that we can connect to. And then right at the top, we got Solar Life not connected. So let's go ahead and connect to that. And there you guys go. We are now connected to our battery. We can see that, using this app, we're able to monitor and see, okay, we're in daytime mode. The battery looks to be at about 44%, which makes sense because I haven't used this battery in forever. Actually, it's an old battery. The sticker on it is for 1220, so 5 years ago. But it shows that it is getting power. You can see that the load's 12.4, battery appears to be normal. You can actually tap on each one of these different tabs and kind of get a little bit more information about it. You're able to see the load voltage, load current, load power, 60 days of energy consumed. So you're able to kind of keep track of that. If we click on the battery right here, you can see the battery status, battery current, and then PV. I believe the PV is how much wattage is coming into the battery itself. So PV power looks to be pulling about 44.3 watts, which is pretty much what the Jackery 1000 was also getting. It was 45, 46. So that's a good sign that this is working, that, both of them are showing the same information. That's a good sign right there. PV voltage is 17 volts. PV current is 2.6. So all of that is able to be found in the app. You can refresh it and it will tell you, I can see the PV power fluctuating. So it looks to be somewhat in real time, but if you want, you can, kind of refresh, and right down there, you can see 60 days of energy generating, and you can kind of, watch that, do its thing. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect my MPPT controller from the battery, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug it back into my, my 1000. And I'll kind of keep an eye on how long, let's see if it actually does take 1.7, 1.8 hours to fully charge this guy up. It's at 94%, so I have a feeling it'll take that much time. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Super simple, super easy. And so far, off to a great start. We got the MPPT controller hooked up to the 12 volt. You saw it on the 500 Jackery and the Jackery 1000. And both of these were pulling the same amount of watts, where this guy was a little different, but only 10 watts different. I don't know if that has to do with the internals of this guy. It is an older one. This is like the first generation Jackery. So that could be an issue as well. But that's pretty much it. Super simple. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Alrighty guys, there you go. That is the install of the Lensun Solar 80 watt solar panel on the iKamper 3.0 and 2.0 Mini. If you guys have the 3.0 or 2.0 full size Skycamp iKamper, you'll want to get the 90 watt, the larger version. But basically the same install. And honestly, I don't even think you really need to have an iKamper. If you guys have any other, rooftop tent, or, a four-wheel camper, a topo topper, one of those caps with the tents built in, I think this process would work the same. So head over to Lensun Solar and pick out the solar panel that works best for you. But for those of us running the iKamper, it's really nice to have a solar panel that just fits perfectly right down the center of the rooftop tent. And I chose to obviously run the cabling into the smart cap where I will keep my Jackery and my fridge powered. But for those of you that want the 12-volt battery, you know, same kind of setup. Maybe you want to have your 12-volt in the bed of your truck, or maybe you're going to go ahead and power your main, you know, truck battery. Same kind of setup. You guys saw how I connected the, you know, the cables to the 12-volt battery and then monitored using the Bluetooth app. So pretty self-explanatory install. I think that MPPT controller is a very nice addition to those of you guys running the 12-volt battery. For myself, I don't think I'm going to use it right now since I'm going to be just powering my Jackery. But who knows, maybe in the future that'll change and I'll end up using a 12-volt battery in the bed of the truck, or, you know, maybe on the front. I don't know. But for right now, I'm just going to stick with the Jackery. Thank you, Lensun Solar, for sending me this. So far, it's awesome. Loving what it's doing, and I have a couple trips planned in the near future, so I'll really get to test out this solar panel and see how it does. But off to a great start right now, so thank you again. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. Product installs, product reviews, product comparisons, and adventure videos. I've been branching out and doing a lot more adventure videos, so stay tuned for those as well. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the horizon.